Some years back, the village had a program that was called Neighborhood Watch. Some people might be aware of the signs that are still out in some of the neighborhoods. I was involved in the program way back in the beginning when it was originally talked about, and several of the citizens worked with public safety to go ahead and build up that little program. When it was working, it worked wonderfully. And how the program worked was when there was an incident in your neighborhood, don't really care how big or how small, there was a written notice that was put together. It was on a sheet of paper, and it had the Neighborhood Watch logo on it, and it was a bulletin from public safety, and it talked about maybe a lawnmower that got stolen from a garage, or a car that got stolen from someone's driveway, or a break-in, or whatever happened to be called to public safety's attention to go ahead and bring that neighborhood aware of what was going on. The turnaround time was very quick based on public safety putting up the notice, going ahead and dropping those flyers off at one of the neighbors' houses, part in the program, and a flyer got put at everyone's home. I realize you talk about computers and emails and all the rest of that sort of stuff to be able to give out that quick information. There are lots of people, especially seniors, who don't have a computer system, a BlackBerry, or some way to go ahead and contact them, sometimes even on a basis of phone messaging. Some of those kinds of things are really nice, but it's the time and the person involved in making all of that go ahead and happen. I'm really not sure why the program necessarily broke down at the public safety end. Maybe it became that no one's choice was to go ahead and pick up the ball and run with it. The program, I want to say, was at least in existence for 10 years, if not better than that. I can't really give you a time frame, a number on how long it went, but somebody was specifically assigned to it as far as the public safety aspect went, and there were, originally when it got started, there were meetings that were put together in the neighborhoods where one neighbor hosted, and the neighbors came in, they heard about the program. Somebody was sort of developed as a block captain, and notices went out to them. They were given a call or whatever to come by and pick them up, or they got dropped at their house from public safety, and those flyers went out to advise everyone. So it's really not as if the community hasn't done that kind of thing, but I think for a long time we haven't had anything really substantial or repetitive type activities, so I really can't give you an answer as to why the program hasn't continued out of public safety, but we did have one and it worked well.
We have to be realistic. Lock your doors. Don't leave your windows standing open. Don't put a brand new plasma screen on in the middle of your picture window for everyone walking by to see. You know, take reasonable precautions and you will be reasonably safe in this community. One gentleman said something that was particularly disturbing. The neighbors are loading their shotguns. Please, people. This is a safe community. Let's keep it that way. We don't need to be our own worst enemy. I don't mean to say anything negative about people who own firearms. I own firearms. But loading your guns and leaving is just a bad idea. So let's not overreact. We are safe here. Take reasonable precautions and be reasonably safe.
Ms. Koss.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, I just want to make a real quick comment about that.
Oh.